I don't know if you can see it, but I don't think the phone is doing it quite justice. Look at that. Beautiful. Holy cow. Whoa. Beautiful. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Wednesday morning, I think. I'm not sure. Lost track on the bus. Wednesday 11th, 2024. It is, holy cow, 13 days or so till Christmas. Wee la la. We are here in Los Angeles, but we are here at Griffith Park in the lower level, where like the tennis courts and the recreational area, the Boy Scout trail that leads up there. Many schools actually back in the day. They still do, but though I don't think as much. I don't know. I think field trips aren't as prevalent all over the country. I hope I'm right. I'm wrong on that. I really hope I'm wrong, because I know that for the most part, for almost every child, wherever they may be, school field trips are just a total blast. I mean, I can practically remember almost each and every one. A lot of museums, and that's with going to a lot of the museums provided by school field trips. That's how I really got my interest in just, I don't know, basic history and art and everything. The thing that I remember, I take you guys as much as I can, providing I can, that is to say, within means of travel. Some are a lot further than I would like to be, that I can't get to and I can't even really share with you. But more locally, museums and the parks and recreation areas that we went here. And I would tell my mom, oh, this is where we went. It was so great. And then she would follow up. She would take me there. And then she would discover something else that she could take me and stuff like that. But here in Los Angeles County and the surrounding areas and cities, we have tons of places. And none other more popular, because this is Griffith Park, and the other part of Griffith goes a little bit more to the east over here. There's the Los Feliz. This is two Feliz entrances. Anyway, there's like 3 different areas to get up to this area. And 4 actually, I think, from the back area by the freeway. There's so many. But anyway, this whole place is a myriad of spots to park, take a walk, bring the pets. If it is possible, a lot of the locals here have their pets, especially the ones that are luckily enough to live here. Everybody comes out here as during the parks are open. They take a walk, they read a book, they bring their pets, they'll take a jog, they'll go hiking. There's trails all around over here, especially up here by the observatory. We have the Greek theater over here. And then, as I said, well, so you can see the kids over here with the school buses on a field trip. And there's a hiking trail. This is the Boy Scouts hiking trail. I find it actually a little bit more challenging than the other side of the observatory. But let's take a walk and show you folks. This over here is where, like, I think some of the tennis courts are. I think there's a little bit of a trail over here, though I'm not sure. I think also the golf course spoons off that way. Plus there's another couple of links over by the LA Zoo entrance. And to that is, that one is to Amir's Secret Garden Place. We haven't been back there in like 3 years or so. See, there's golfers waiting for their spots and everything. And then we have another little place over here. I think over on the other side, the other entrance, back behind me is where the merry-go-round is. Love that place. So you come up over this way, and it kind of dead ends a little bit, and then it sprunes off into the hiking trail up that way, and it meanders and kind of winds up over at the foot of the observatory. You see some of the homes over there. Lucky people. Man, it's quite beautiful living over there. It's quite serene. Actually, very, very nice living around here. It's very, very beautiful. It's quiet. Definitely very green with envy. Just coming up here because it's just nice. It's so quiet. Going over on the other side is another little nature hike that we've gone to before. Yeah, this isn't where the merry-go-round is, over on the other side. That would be in the zoo park entrance. And as you can see, there's definitely no smoking up here of any kind. No smoking, no vaping. None, no, no, no. This is a forestry area. There's a little playground over here for the kiddies. Plenty of places just to a lot of people wherever they live, because this is kind of like the movie city, Hollywood, Los Angeles, Los Feliz. A lot of people from everywhere love to take their lunches over here, especially during the summertime. Plenty of shade, picnic areas, or if you want to just pull over and eat in your car, do whatever it is that you normally would do on your lunch break, you may do so. There's the Greek Theater. Like I said, there's trails everywhere. It's a place meant to be explored. I'm sure that like during the summertime, a lot of these areas are great escape for homeless people. Though definitely this area is patrolled, I believe, overnight. And they will find homeless people and vacate them out. Especially now with a lot of rules changing. New administration coming into office here soon. Not soon enough. Things hopefully we'll get back on track. We'll see. How extreme it will be, I guess we're all gonna find out. And a lot of gophers. There's a fresh one. You can see all the gopher holes. This area is definitely very populated with gophers. Growing up in my little home back in El Segundo, gophers were quite the problem. There's the ever beautiful Greek Theater. Great venue for a lot of shows here. and a lot of bicyclists. The Greek Theater, Los Angeles, California. Round of applause, folks. A lot bigger than you may think. Goes in deep up. Currently, though, the shuttle is free to the observatory. I've walked this both up and down. It's about a mile. And I've hiked the trail from the bottom up and then down the other side and up. There are more hiking trails that commence not too far from there. Excuse me. I'm eating a granola. Definitely no smoking, as I said. No vaping either. And the trails start from the foothill down there, and it kind of goes up and winds around. Quite challenging. You should check it out. I'll try to put the information down below. Bus is turning.
Caution, bus is turning. Caution, bus is turning. Caution, bus is turning.
Can you see the layers of the fire smoke? Now smog. That's going more towards South Bay, partial Torrance, South Bay, Redondo Beach area. You can pass downtown LA right over there. Barely make out the Mount Wilson Towers closer to where we live. It always settles in the valleys here. There's LA. There's a golf course. Clear enough, you can see the Hollywood sign. And there is the beautiful Griffith Observatory. Look at that halo. It's not so bad. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. A light sweater, maybe a hoodie. Some people are even actually, those hot-blooded people with the shorts and shirt. James Dean. Hey, groovy, they got the lower level open. This is where the other clock is. I think this is the heavenly clock. Oh, someone's not having a good day. So like I said, on the upper part, all levels converge and they're all meaningful.
Because you might be able to get
The great city of Los Angeles County and neighboring cities. All right there. See if I can. Right under there, the most tallest center right there is the Hollywood Hotel. So then just to the left down is the Red Line Metro Station. And then further up to the right, I'll be going west, would be the Ovation and TLC Chinese Theater. This is the other side of the trailer going down to the preserve, and there's another Grand Trail. This one kind of just goes down pretty steeply. You can go up there, close to it. There's Beetlejuice. See Beetlejuice right there. The best part, the clock in the ground. Oh, it's the favorite thing about this place when I was a kid. How? It's regulating by the movement of the earth. Basically, think about it this way. That pendulum is fixated. So as it's going back and forth, see, it's still. It's kind of hard to believe. So it's fixated, right? It's not moving. It's the planet's wobble that is moving. So that's showing you the Earth's wobble, to and fro, back and forth, side to side, depending on your position of how you're standing or looking at it. That's how it works. Wasn't that how all pendulums work? No, because this one is a full 360 axis inside of in there. So as it's rotating, as the Earth's rotating and going back and forth with the moon and everything and all the planets, you're seeing the actual movement of the Earth's wobble. It's kind of difficult to grasp your mind around something is like, oh, it's so easy, but it doesn't make sense. But it is. This is definitely one of the best of field trips for, I think, any local school to participate in. It's everything. Not much has changed, honestly. Just a little few innovations here and there. Like, of course, you can't see it because there's no sunlight, really. But you'd be able to see it through here. And then you can see the actual waves of the light through interactive little places. And that's where the light would be streaming through. This you can't see anything because there's no sunlight. Different elements. And they have this little setup down there where every hour as the pendulum is going, or the earth is going, however again you want to see it, they have these little pegs that mark the hour. Always look down throughout the whole place. It's very cool. I bet you never knew about that. For a lot of people that maybe have come around here. There's, back in the 80s, we would come over here to see Laserium over here. We'd get really fucked up and we'd see a laser show and it was like really cool. Oh, the camera obscura is closed. This is a Tesla coil. I don't think it's functioning today. Oh, there you go. Actually just missed it. It's 1:30 now, so. And all the different exhibits, explanation of telescopes, the different kinds of telescopes, how they work, how they refract. What's out there in space? Here's the Griffith Observatory. This is the current model of it. This was added several years ago. Long time, actually, quite a bit. Here's a little diagram of what it looks like. And this actually is a working model. It moves. You just gotta hit the buttons.
Please don't throw your money down here. It's very
student reading. Now, before I tell you what it does, I want to tell you this is one of the most important science experiments ever devised of all time. And it was in fact invented, or rather proved, by a man called Léo Foucault, who was self-taught and is rotating. Now, how does it do this? Well, you might have noticed these little pegs we're all looking at, right? So every 7 or 8 minutes, one of these pegs gets knocked down by the pendulum. But let me blow your minds. It's not actually the pendulum knocking them down, it's the pegs, the floor, us, moving in the way of the pendulum. How is this possible if the pendulum and the pegs are all attached to the same building, right? You would think logically they all move together, but they don't, for 2 reasons. Number one, we say the pendulum, this is just a little bit of physics for you, that its plane of oscillation is fixed. What that means in normal people talk is that once you launch a pendulum, something like that in motion, it will always go in the same direction unless activated, right? So unless someone grabs it or something, always going in the same direction. So up there we have a little electromagnetic coil that gives it a kick on every go, so that basically it's not stopped by the friction of the air. Number two, it's attached to this very long string. And that string essentially disassociates it from the rest of the building so it can act like it's floating in space. And we qualify how long it takes for that rotation to occur for the pendulum, or us, really, to complete a full rotation underneath it, right? That's why we actually have those numbers. Those numbers, and you have them in front of you, correspond to what we call a pendulum day, and it changes everywhere around the world. Los Angeles, it's 42.90 something for it to complete that rotation. That's why it's not good to use it as a clock, because it's not exactly an hour every single block. But if you go towards the North Pole, if you go to the North Pole, which is the best place to imagine it, that's why we actually have this little model right over there. You imagine a little drone holding up a pendulum like this and the Earth rotating underneath it. There, it takes 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds, because that's actually our exact time of rotation of the Earth. We call it in astronomy a sidereal or sidereal day. So you might be thinking, well, but why are we using these 24-hour clocks, right? Well, because in that time of rotation, we're also orbiting the sun, right? We're not staying static, we're doing this. So we want to return to seeing the sun at roughly the same time in the sky every single day. So we add those 4 minutes every day to have our 24-hour clock, right? Not rotate. Because that gravity takes an infinite amount of time to rotate. One of those effect as the water swirls and you're saying, one emotion, something we see in our skies that we don't like very much, causes a lot of destruction.
I remember that similar, not exactly, but similar, since like my first field trip to school. It's like 7 years old. And it thrills me just when I see other people's face when that person is explaining that it's fixated, that what you're seeing is not the pendulum moving, because it's not just fixated in one direction. And when you see it going back and forth, it's not going back and forth, it's the Earth. So cool. Tiny elevator. And this
May I
is
have your attention, please? This is the final call for the 1:45 show.
this is the newest edition that I was showing you up there.
If you have a ticket for the show, please proceed immediately to the South Gallery, located in front of the Samuel Morse.
And then I think we have the Leonard Nimoy Theater.
Please remember, there will be no.
Of course, who else are you going to get for the observatory? None other than Mr. Spock himself, Leonard Nimoy. And then it opens up into this big gallery. interactive things up over here. This was the original one. The projector, this is the original observatory projector. And this is a seismograph. Actually, they did have this upstairs. There was a thing that if you jumped up and down, it actually measured the tremor on the floor. There, right there. So it's actually measuring the vibrations of the floor from nearby earthquakes and distant earthquakes. I love this place. And they have the moon upstairs. Up over here above us, there are some telescopes that are fixated on different points of this picture of, or depiction picture of space, and it shows you exactly what you're looking at. Deep, deep far off into space. This would make a killer house. All right.
Oh,
I'd love to have this. This is the Leonard Nimoy Theater right here. Never been in it. If I could leave Earth, if I could leave Earth. I'll talk about my clusters. And there's the moon. That used to be actually located upstairs, over on the far side where you see the model of the observatory. I'm about 125. I'll just call it an even 130, 125, because that's what I fluctuate. Look at that. Be like 25 pounds? That is sweet. I want to live on the moon.
Have to be in there before 2.
You have to be in there by 2. Leonard Nimoy demands it. It's tiny, but I'm sure it's pretty neat. See, these are the different telescopes, and it'll tell you exactly what you are looking at. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah, those are my neighbors over there. Yeah, I see that. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? No, you can't see. So there it is, part of it right there. Hey, neighbor. Oh, shoot, I lost it. Oh, that sucks, Charlie. There you go. Ah, the ozone. I know this. Spark chamber. Creating ozone. Because used to have an air purifier. Worked on the same kind of principles. Ceramic plate embedded with copper or steel wires. I can't remember. It was kind of really cool, woven and honeycombed. And you slide it in and out, and it would charge with these two electric. It was really cool. Made perfect ozone. I loved it.
visitors, however, the sky, day or night, was half of the landscape.
So right here we have a sample of Superman's hair. No. Do you remember that? That was cool. That was cool, dude. I got to see it. Holy hell, it's like 2 o'clock already. That was so cool going into the theater like that. Definitely have to come back here during the summertime. It's a little bit more busier. I don't know, when it's a lot of people don't come here because during the summertime it gets really, really dense inside. Of course, everyone's getting out of the heat and what have you. And the bathrooms are pretty small. They're original. They're dating back to circa 19 million BC. But they're small, they're adequate, and there will be times for both men and women, usually, of course, the women being the longer. But it's definitely a must-do on your list if you come to LA, California, or just happen to be locally around here. If you've never been, you should check it out. And honestly, right now, during like whatever wintertime that we're in, it's slower season, it's off season. So I know they have Mondays, it's closed. It's dark Mondays here. But during the rest of the week, it's fine. As you all have seen, you know, just minimal amount, tourists here and there, and people just wanting a little bit of escape on a otherwise cooler day, winter day. So that's the way where we were down by the Greek Theater, the Canyon Road, but Ferndale is the other side. It's a little bit longer, but it's not too bad. And delinquents, they're throwing stuff off the roof. They're gonna get in trouble. That's it, folks. That's what I want to do. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And Griffith Park, the Greek Theater, the observatory, golf course, nature trails, clocks in the ground, Earth's wobble, all on a not so bad day. Free bus ride. The shuttle's free. I don't know if it goes up on the during the summer. It shouldn't, because it didn't last time. So, but for now, they did. It used to be like 50 cents or 75 cents. Very nominal. But otherwise, kind of an arduous walk up here if you're not in shape. But take the shuttle.